Alright guys, welcome back to another Fortnite video, and in this one we have to talk about the high stakes challenges, well kind of like version 2 of the high stakes challenges. That's right guys, the getaway mode is back and we got some old challenges that returned as well as some new challenges for some brand new items that you can unlock. So I'm going to be showing you guys how to do those new challenges in the best way possible. Like I've got some tips for you to help you win games and that'll help you get towards some of the new items. Also there's one with like grapplers, but we're also going to highlight some of the old challenges as well in case you still need some of them. So yeah, should be a very fun video. And also, big thanks to all of you who have been using my supporter creator code TheLlamaSir. I seriously do appreciate it a ton. And again, just huge thanks to all of you who have been using my code TheLlamaSir. I seriously appreciate it a ton. Now on top of that guys, be sure to hit that like button down below if you're excited for this game mode to be returning. Also the high stakes challenges and the new items. Be sure to hit that like button down below. Let's see if we can get 5,000 likes for this stuff. I think we can. And also comment, what are your thoughts on the getaway mode? I think it's a bunch of fun. It switches things up a bit, but I'm curious to see what you guys have to say. Now, without further ado here, let's jump on into it with the first thing I want to talk about before we get into my guide type stuff and things like that. This will sort of be part 1 of 2 of this video, with the second part being more of the guide. But let's talk about this game mode returning and also showcase the new items that you can unlock. So yeah, guys, high stakes returned. I don't remember how long ago it was when high stakes was last in the game. It was definitely a while, or like the high stakes event. The LTM is called the Getaway. I can't remember if it was always called the Getaway or if it was high stakes and they changed it. Either way, it's the Getaway now, and then high stakes is like the event and the challenges. But speaking of the challenges, let's real quick go over the overview of them and what items you can unlock, including the brand new items. So yeah guys, if you want to see these challenges yourselves, simply go into your challenges menu. There's a new high stakes tab, and if you click on that, you'll see that some of the old challenges from last time the high stakes event returned. So if you completed those, you don't have to worry about completing them now. But there's also some brand new challenges, like with some very cool back blings that you can unlock, and there's also a new loading screen you can unlock as well, so might as well go for these. But yeah, going over the challenges in order, first of all you have complete the getaway challenges, which unlocks the crowbar. And I'm a little bit confused how this would work if you didn't get this in the first time high stakes challenges came around, because for me obviously I already unlocked it, but since it says complete the getaway challenges, if you did it this time you may have to complete like the new ones as well. Again, not 100% sure, but yeah, the crowbar is a cool pickaxe. I like it. And then on top of that, you have some of the new challenges and new items. First of all, you have win a match of getaway, and that unlocks you the Crystal Llama in like this sort of green color, which is definitely pretty cool. And it's also funny because people were asking for this for a while to get like versions of this, like, you know, llama back bling item thing, whatever, from the game mode itself. But obviously these versions are a different color, I believe. But yeah, first of all, you have the green, and then on top of that you have win 3 matches of getaway, and that unlocks you the ruby style for the Crystal Llama back bling, which is definitely pretty cool. I'm liking how these are turning out. So yeah, you have a red version, and honestly the red version may be my favorite, but there's also a third style that you can unlock, which is the diamond style, and that is for winning 5 matches of getaway, or the getaway. Definitely looks good with this skin right here, and again that is for winning 5 matches of getaway. Now on top of that, you also have a brand new loading screen that you can unlock, and to get this one you simply have to use a grappler in 5 different matches of this LTM, and you'll unlock a new loading screen. Now on top of that, you also have 2 more challenges, but these are like from the previous version of high stakes, and one of them is to deal damage to jewel carrying opponents, and you get like a spray, and the other is to pick up a jewel in different matches of the getaway, and you'll get the cash flow contrail. But again, if you completed those last time, you'll already have them done. But then after that guys, let's go ahead and jump into it with my guide for these challenges. And first of all, we're going to start off with the old ones in case you still need to get those done. So don't worry, right after these is when we're going to get into the brand new ones. Like I have some awesome tips to help you guys win matches of this game mode fairly easily, and also like how to find grapplers like very quickly. So those are coming up in just a bit, but real quick, let's go over the ones from last time the high stakes mode came around. Oh, and also I'm just going to combine the ones that require you to get wins and say they're one challenge because they're basically stages of the same type of challenge. But yeah, getting back into it, there's really only 2 of these older challenges to go over anyways, since the one for the crowbar is to complete the getaway challenges. But as for the other ones, like for example, you have deal damage to jewel carrying opponents. This one is fairly simple, but the way that I would recommend going about doing this one is to simply go to the closest safe right off the start of a match, or not to go like right directly to it. You want to stop off somewhere near there so you can get some loot, get some materials, because basically what I recommend is waiting for another team to open up the safe. And if you can get close to that safe and actually watch them open up the safe, you'll be able to figure out who has the jewel. Obviously, it's going to be the person with it on their back. But if you're watching them open it or they're like running away, you can simply fire at the person that is carrying the jewel and you will get some damage done that way. That's how I would recommend doing it over just like randomly hoping to find somebody later on in the game. So yeah, on top of that, you also have pick up a jewel in different matches of the getaway. Personally, I would not even worry about doing this one. I can't remember how many different matches it is since obviously I already completed this challenge from last time, but since some of the other new challenges are to win matches of the getaway, a lot of the times you're going to end up picking up the jewel anyways. So yeah, but something I do want to recommend with this, if you are playing with a squad, something you can do is when you happen to get the jewel is to simply pick it up and then cycle it through your squad so that each of you are working towards this challenge. But then after that, guys, let's talk about some of the brand new challenges, and specifically for this one right here. Again, I'll couple these into one challenge because they're pretty similar, but obviously I'm talking about the ones for the Crystal Llama and the styles of it. And again, guys, for this one, you have to win matches of the getaway, and you have to win 5 total to unlock all of the styles. So for this one, basically the tips and tricks I'm going to give you here are how to win this game mode pretty easily. So yeah, let's just go ahead and start off here. I've got a bunch of tips here, and the first of which is to simply, if you can, play with a squad. Obviously, this is a squads game mode, and you don't need to play with squads. You can still win solo. I've already won a couple games solo. It's honestly fairly easy to win since there are 4 winners, but still, playing with a squad can help, but it's not necessary. And to be honest, when I played, I ran into a bunch of people that were either playing solo or not in a full squad, so don't be afraid to play solo. Now after that, guys, let's get into the actual game and tips for how to win in the game itself, and the first of which is simply when you're on the battle bus, I would recommend right away going to the safes. That way you can get the jewel, llama, whatever you want to call it, early on. But the main tip I have for this is to not go to the ones that are near the path of the battle bus. I think it's helpful to go to the ones that are further away. So obviously the path of the battle bus will change, and sometimes, you know, certain safes will be closer to the others, but most of the time on the left and right are some faraway safes, so I would personally recommend going to those because not as many people are going to be going to them usually. So yeah, once you're going towards those, also I wouldn't worry about going towards the supply drops if you're going for wins. I would simply land somewhere near the safe and get loot from there. The reason I recommend doing this is because the safe takes time to actually, you know, come down to the ground, giving you time to get loot, and oftentimes you will run into people there and you'll have to eliminate those players in order to get to the safe. So after you've done that and you have the safe ready to be opened, of course, simply build around it and open the safe because it does take a while to actually open it up. But once you open it up, you will get some loot out of there, which will also help you, you know, get stacked up, and then simply choose a slot to put the jeweled llama in. Now after that, guys, something that can be super helpful for this is to try and find a vehicle. I've only tested it with this one, but for sure you can carry the jewel, as you can see right here in this vehicle. And this is great because obviously it protects you from getting hit. So you can't get hit while you're in it. Obviously the vehicle itself can get destroyed, but it offers some good protection and can help you get to the getaway vans super fast. So try and stop off and find one of those if you can, but also try out like the drift board. Also, I think the ATK returned into this game mode. And again, I'm not sure if you can drive those, but you know, it's worth a try. Now, something else to keep in mind, you definitely want to make sure you have a good amount of brick and metal. You don't need a ton. I would say maybe 400 to 500, because the main reason that I recommend getting these is for when you're going towards the getaway van, you're going to go right under it. And if you're lucky, nobody's going to be around you, but still using that brick and metal, you're going to want to build a 1x1 or maybe just like do some 90s. It is tough to do 90s with that 10% reduced, you know, speed of running with the jewel. But if you're using brick and metal, it'll help protect you from anybody that happens to see you building up and tries to shoot out your structure. And it should most of the time give you the time you need to get up to one of the vans and escape. And that right there, guys, will count as a win. Pretty easy overall, but those are my main tips for winning in this game mode. Now after that, guys, there's one last challenge I want to talk about, and that is simply using a grappler in different matches of this mode. Very, very simple, but the thing I recommend to help you guys get this challenge done as quickly as possible is to right off the start of the match, go for one of these special supply drops that spawns near the start. I'm pretty sure they spawn when the like first storm starts to move, around the start of that. But if you're floating in the air and you're just waiting for that, you can check your mini map. The locations of these supply drops will show up on the mini map, and you can simply go over to the closest one as soon as you know where one is about to land. Now obviously you want to go towards one that other people aren't going towards, but if you find one, you can simply open it up, and a lot of the times it will contain a grappler. Now it might actually be that all of these contain grapplers. I only tested a few, but each one that I opened did have the grappler, so I'm not sure if all of them have them. But either way, it's at least a good chance of getting a grappler out of these supply drops. On top of that, you can also get some weapons and heals, and it, you know, stacks you up a little bit for later on in the game. So if, for example, one of these supply drops lands near one of the safes, you can maybe go for wins as well and do both of these challenges at the same time. So that's something to keep in mind as well. But yeah, guys, that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more fun videos coming out in the near future. And you can also check out some of my previous videos here, such as on the left, my week 1 challenges guide, and then on the right, another fun video I'm sure you'll enjoy. But other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you in the next one.